Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech, and welcome back. As you can see, we've done some changes here. I went ahead and finished off several, like, the other side, so we've got double the number of assemblers and double the number of refineries. And I got everything built and working and automated with Tim, and I built this little viewing area for the beam drill, so it's a little more permanent. I also moved the pipes out of the way, so it wasn't going to run into it. We can bring it all the way down here, because eventually we're going to need it to come all the way down so that we can add on to the piping. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, another unknown signal. I'm ignoring those for now, because honestly, I could spend half of my time going after those, and I don't want to right now. Because, yeah, I don't feel like it. I added some lighting. I extended the cargo containers here and set them up so that now they've got things like ingots and ore and components and whatnot in them. But they're still kind of sharing with the MBT. And eventually we're going to change that as well. We're going to put all our eggs in one basket. In a couple of places I put in sensors on these airlocks, and I'm still working with them exactly, but if I run, sometimes if I run, I can get these to work, but something about them just doesn't work quite right. Hey, I got into this one. I don't know how well that's working. Not so much. So on the Discord server in the video feedback channel, Karadef, one of my best recommenders of great ideas, suggested this really cool idea for a way to do the gravity system without the little nod we get. You know, when we walk through, I pass a floor and we get this little nod thing, right? And his idea is absolutely genius, and I kind of gave it a try and realized it's not going to work here, but I have to show this to you because honestly, if you're building a base anything like this, you're going to want this idea. So he sent along this little diagram. There we go. That one. And basically what you do is you put in two gravity generators pointing opposite directions. One that provides gravity for your entire base. The other one, as close as you can to the first one, you put it in place and you have it cover the same area or the same length, but only within the hallway that you're standing. So this one right here. Then you put in a third gravity generator that provides this gravity right here. And you end up with a single hallway that you can walk this way, but as soon as you step out of the gravity range of the hallway, you have gravity in the rest of your base. The problem with my base is that I've got situations like this where I'm walking on this side of this block, but then I come around and I'm walking on this side of this block. So I couldn't have just 3 gravity generators doing the whole base. I would actually need one still for each floor, which just, it reintroduces the whole nod thing. And yeah, so it doesn't help me, but I had to explain it because it could probably help you. And it's just brilliant. So simple, yet such a fantastic idea. Anyway, I have been up and down from the planet several times, and I've been using the poor man's teleporter, backspace. But I'm kind of sick of doing that. Not only is it kind of cheaty, but it's not cheaty per se as just, I don't know, it doesn't fit. Anyway, so my thought is we need another mod, which means it's time for Mod of the Day. That's right. Today's mod is the transporter mod. Now, a lot of you have suggested this one here and there, and I thought it was a great idea. So let's get this thing in place. There are, a transport jammer. Cool. There are 2 different kinds of transporter pads. one that goes long distances and one that goes short distances. For the most part, we're going to use this long distance one somewhere in the base. And I was thinking here on the observation deck would be a good idea. Right there. Why not? Then that way we can come up out of this and step right into it. And away we go. Igor, if you might. That would be good. Thank you. We'll help you out. Now. Ooh. Nifty sound. I have played with this just a little tiny bit. I played with it when I visited Robin Shield's world. And I also played with it with the potential of using it a long time ago in my series, and I decided against it for a few different reasons, but I think this is time. So the way this works is you pop this thing open and you've got these profiles. I don't remember profiles. That's new. Okay. I clicked this one right here. So this is going to teleport us down to the planet. Kind of Star Trek-y. So in theory, it should just put us on the ice lake. And then that should solve the problem. Or whatever. You know what I mean. I don't know what these profiles are. We're going to find out, though. I mean, we'll fiddle with this. So, yeah, let's try this out. So if I hit teleport, I think it's going to take me down to the planet. Eventually. Ooh, well, there you go. It put me under the planet. Well, that's not where I want to be. Help. Okay. Well, that's a bug. It's supposed to put me on the surface of the planet. But I'm underneath. Yeah. That's not very helpful at all. Well, luckily I have admin commands. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit F8. And that puts me in spectator camera. And we'll just zip on down to where I was. Whoosh. And it should have dropped me, like, here-ish. I don't know why it didn't. But Control Space. Haha. Alt F10. Enable Creative Mode Tools. Then Control Space. Right? Ah, there we go. So now I can hit F6 and go back into my body. And then let's turn off Creative Mode Tools. There we go. Much better. All right, so now we're down on the planet. And that's only going to be a problem once in this case. Because, well, we're going to make a destination pad down here somewhere. We'll put it in between Igor and the control platform. That seems like a good spot. And you know what? Let's go turn Igor back on, because waiting for the Igors up there is not a good idea. Do a thing, Igor. Thank you. And we'll turn them off. And let's go head on back up to the top. All right, so we're going to hide all these GPS and players and things like that. Come on. There we go. And we can now hide planets, because we really just want to see, we just want to go from this one to the other one for now. There we go. And we're back up here. Ooh! My left shift key is being weird. No wonder I couldn't run before. Well, that's annoying. freaking piece of crazy. Hey, you know what works? You want to know how I solved the crazy shift issue? I pulled the PAX ticket out of my keyboard that was crammed into a slot there and holding down a key. Yeah, problem solved. By the way, I'm going to PAX. You'll probably see another video pretty soon about that. I'm going to tell everybody about that. But I'm excited. PAX. Anyway. Okay, so that works. So now when we need to go down to the planet, that's it. We can just hop on down. Also, we can set up little, let's see. We can set up little mini teleporters in between, like at the other end of the base, if we want to get someplace fast. So we can set up another little teleporter like right here, I'm thinking. But this one can be a smaller one. There's a range limit for these small guys, but not for the... But the range limit for the large ones is quite a bit bigger. This little list doesn't seem to work quite properly, but I think... Because, like, if I hide GPS, it hides also transporter things and player and that kind of thing. If I hide players, that works. Well, we want to be able to transport to observation transporter. And that's going to be our profile 0. So we should now be able to hit teleport. And it brings us down here. It takes a moment for the lighting to adjust, but that's okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we should have 2 different spots. So this is profile 0. That's to go down to the spaceport. Profile 1, I want to take up to that guy. So I think we can actually set up a control panel here. So let's take a look. So transporter, that would be this guy. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, teleport profile 0, teleport profile 1. So I can just set these 2 up like that. And I can just click on that guy, step in. No. No, that doesn't do a thing. Maybe I have to turn that around. I really wish we had better position availabilities. Like, I would love to have that on the other side of this block. And I don't want to put in a mod. I know I could do a mod, but I don't want to. I could do like this. That's just kind of lame. There is one other option. There's a trick that I've used a few times for turning a small grid into a large grid, or a large grid into a small grid, and making buttons that way. That might be a good option right now. Let's give it a try. So we're going to place that right there. And I'm going to remove the part right there. We can make this look nicer later. But if I go in and I find this rotor, that one right there, and we're going to add a small head. So now we've got this small head right there, and we can actually just kind of place some blocks on there, like this. And, oh, just a little bit too close. It's okay. I'm going to do like this. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and do a safety lock on that as well. Safety lock override, so then it won't rotate. And now we can actually set up a couple of buttons right here. We can set this transporter pad, so that one will be profile 0, and this one will be profile 1. And if we want, we can even color those. And then let's get ourselves a little more light, because this is getting dark. I think the sun's going down or something. There we go. That's nice. Oh, wrong color. There we go. So now we can see. Now we do have this gigantic rotor up there, but that's kind of unavoidable, sadly. Now we can just walk right up to this, hit that black one, and find ourselves pretty quickly upstairs. And here we are. Nice, huh? And now this one over here, we can actually just do with a sensor. This teleporter pad, profile 0, which is to go down to the place and the thing. And that was the wrong... Okay, there we go. So in theory, we should be able to just walk right into this, and it should trigger. And if we decide we want to go down to the planet, we can just turn around and hit that button right there. Hit that button right there. Really? Is profile 0 not configured? Okay, profile 0. Ah, 2 spaceport. That's the trick. All right, go. Ha! And here we are down here. Ha ha! Cool. So now this one, I'm pretty much only going to have ever be going right back up again. So we'll just set up a sensor. Beautiful. And we're back. And then if I want to, I can head right back up to the control room. And here we are. What? Wait, I don't want to go back downstairs. I think, unfortunately, that's not exactly what I want to happen. Ah! Perhaps having the sensors trigger right away is a bad idea. Maybe we should just do a button for everybody. Well, I'll fiddle with it later. That's not a big deal. I'll figure something out, and I'll show you how it works. For now, we'll just use our 2 feet. Okay, maybe the jetpack's a little bit. Actually, putting those buttons in reminded me of a really good idea that I got from, well, that comment right there. And I loved the idea. Absolutely loved it because it's going to look cool. Maybe in this corner. Because I want it to be very prominent, you know? I want it to be... This is for showing off, you know? This is for, you know, really quickly while that's still inactive. Or incomplete. I like to name them then because then I know what I'm naming. Server's rotor. It's fine. Add a small head. There we go. So by doing this, I need small steel tube. Igor, put some small steel tube there for me. Thank you. So by doing this, we can actually fit a lot more computers and a lot more timers into a lot smaller space, which is nifty. And we can make it look cool while we do it. So I'm thinking I'm going to do one more like that. A spotlight right there. Yeah. Now what we can do is we can put timers all the way around the outside like this. We can put programmable blocks right at like comfort level right here. There we go. And then we can do other nifty looking things. Yeah, that's a very servery looking color, isn't it? Sure, why not? We can do some stuff with lights. We can do all kinds of fun things. So like we can put up some small text panels up here that have like readouts of what might be going on. This would be a great place for a status panel for Tim. That kind of thing. Or for that matter, just labeling which one's which. Okie dokie. Also, while we're in here, somebody reminded me that you can actually go in and under this component section, you can add in components by hand. So we can actually go in right here, canvas, comma, 10, comma, 0%. That's all we need. There we go. Check code. Okay. Remember and exit. And then this Tim will actually know what canvas is, and it'll be able to handle everything. So start. Aha, that is the one right there. Nice. Now it says Tim1 is on duty. It's calling itself Tim number 4. But I think we can now do this. And then we should find that this guy is calling itself Tim number 3, but it's actually running, which is good. Okay. And I'm thinking that we can use this screen here, Tim status. And that's just going to show the, you know, how long it's taking to do each run and what run it's on and all that kind of thing. And that just looks freaking cool. So there's that. Actually, I wonder if I can get that to flow down. Span, oops, span :1:2. Will it do that for a status screen? I don't think it will. I think status screens can't span. Yeah, status panels cannot be spanned. Oh well. Cool, huh? Now we could actually set this rotor up to rotate, and I'm actually kind of thinking that would be fun. Oh, but if I did that, I would want it to not rotate when I'm too close to it. Because if I'm trying to access things, I don't want it rotating around. So put a sensor here. That's about right. Yeah. So if I walk up, when I get to right about here, it should stop rotating. So that this server's rotor, which we're going to rename, when we have something, it's going to... Oh, we'll just do a safety lock override. On, off. No, I want it... There isn't a safety lock override on and another one that's off. I could just do toggle block off and toggle block on when I leave. That works. That's about right anyway. Okay. So it'll be constantly rotating like that. And then I can just walk up to it. And it stops. Awesome. Oh, I shouldn't get that excited about it, but it's kind of cool. Got to admit. That's cool. Oh, I do like that a lot. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I'm like way too excited about that. I just think that's really neat. But we can have 3 more programs in there, and we'll be using those because I want one for automatic LCDs. I want another one for, you know, probably some airlock and other automation type scripts. So if we need to add more, there's room. It's not a problem. We can add, you know, other ones up here. I can attach them to the timer blocks. And then worst case scenario, we can, you know, remove these and just add a layer of blocks on the outside. And then we'll be able to have 3 on each side. So that'd be 12. And it would just kind of get crazy. But I think we're actually going to be okay with 4. That'll be just fine. And then we can have notification lights for various reasons and that kind of thing. Okay, we're good. Love it. That's really cool. I think that's enough for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this idea. Like I said, all the credit goes to the guy that suggested it, that I can't remember his name right now because it's been like a couple of weeks since he suggested it, and I barely remember my own name most days. But yeah, awesome idea. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I hope you do too. Please keep sending me ideas. I really enjoy them. I don't always use them exactly as is, but they give me other ideas, which I can share around. And that's the fun part about being an engineer, is sharing ideas and making them better and making them different and applying them to different situations, etc. So make sure and hit that thumbs up button on this episode and any other episode you'd like to, and hit subscribe. Come by the Discord server. The video feedback channel is a great place to give me suggestions and I can respond directly to you. Also, make sure and check out the video that's coming very soon about my visit to PAX 2017. If you're watching this in the distant future and you're binge watching my 37 seasons of episodes or whatever, then I'm sorry you missed it, but maybe I'll be going to PAX 2023 and you can meet me there. We'll see. But I want to see you at PAX if you're going to be there. And I guess that's it. So I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.